Hi, my name is Kevin and welcome to EliteGuitarist.com. Today we will be playing through The Girl with the Flaxen Hair by Claude Debussy. Now, Claude Debussy is typically known as an impressionistic composer. And what that means is that a lot of his music is meant to evoke a mood or an atmosphere. And that being said, I want you to remember this atmospheric idea throughout this entire piece. So, of course, I want us to focus on the rhythms and play what's written. However, I really want you to be creative with the sounds and the color palette that we can get from this piece. Now we're starting with a D on the first string of the 10th fret. And the first two measures here are kind of beginning us on our theme throughout the entire piece. And it sounds like this. Okay, so that's starting with the D on the 10th fret, first finger on the B of the 7th fret, second finger on the G of the 2nd string, 8th fret, E on the 3rd string, all kind of one after another, each fret, B, G, E, then back up, G, B, D. So we're kind of rocking back and forth with this melody that we see come back later in the piece. So again. And then we have a nice C major chord in the first position here with a G on top, the 5th on top, open E, and then a G major chord. Followed by F sharp on the first string, open E, and D on the 2nd string. So again, that entire passage from the beginning sounds like this. Now it's really nice to use a pad thumb. This is going to come up a few times throughout the piece, but a pad thumb strum on the C major chord. And as we're coming back up, we swipe the first string to catch the open E and another thumb strum on the G major chord. Now, if you notice in the music, this D is held throughout the rest of measure 3 and half of measure 4. So we want that chord to ring for quite a while. Then E on the 5th fret of the 2nd string with our first finger. This is going to be a little bit of a stretch to get that G on the 2nd string. But we're doing this because then we slide up. We have our pinky on the F sharp and our 3rd finger on the A. Okay, one more time. Then we're barring 7th fret, full bar. We have the low B, D on the 3rd string, F sharp on the 2nd string, and pinky on the high D of the 10th fret. Then, keeping our bar here, we are playing the 5th string, which is now the E. We have our 3rd finger on the E of the 3rd string and G of the 2nd string. And we play what's under our bar here on the 7th fret of the 1st string, the B. Okay? So the chord one more time. 7th fret, then. Now we bring our pinky in to play the G, 3rd finger B. We still have our bar down, and we have the 3rd string D under there. G with the 2nd string. Then we're playing the B of the 1st string, so that sounds like this. Now we have to do a quick shift to the 5th fret, the 5th position. D on the 5th string. 2nd finger playing the D on the 3rd string. 3rd finger playing the F sharp on the 2nd string. and the first string A is under our bar. Little bit of a stretch with our pinky because we want to make sure that the line is as smooth as possible. So if we can hold this chord as long as possible to create the illusion that it's ringing over. And then bar of 7th fret, major chord here. B on the 7th fret, D sharp on the 3rd string, F sharp on the 2nd string, and B on the 1st string. Then an open E. So we're barring the 9th fret, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and then the pinky on the high E. Okay, and with that chord we want to get a really beautiful glossy tone, best we can. Okay, so that whole passage, just so you can hear it in time, because it is a tricky passage, we want to make sure it's as smooth and legato as possible. So we want to make sure that we don't lift any chords until we have to. So that whole passage, starting from measure 4, halfway through measure 4, we're actually on beat 3 of measure 4, sounds like this. So that final E chord in measure 6 is tied through measure 7. So we let that ring throughout the first beat of measure 7 as well. So from measure 7, on the dotted quarter note, we have a B on the 7th fret, C natural, the 8th note. We slide up with the 2nd finger to the D natural on the 10th fret, and we reach back with our 1st finger to get this F natural on the 8th fret of the 5th string. Within the chord, we're playing open 3rd string, open 2nd string, and the 1st string. We're using our pinky on the 12th fret of the B string to play the B, 3rd finger G, and we're rocking our hand to the 2nd finger on the A of the 12th fret, 1st finger on the C sharp, open 3rd string, and open 1st string as well. Okay, then G on the 12th fret, B on the 12th fret, and we're stretching back out to this chord, F natural with our 1st finger, open G, open B, and the 10th fret of the 1st string, the D. Rocking back the same thing. Then we're switching to the 2nd string. We're playing our G with our 2nd finger. I like to put the bar down here. We're playing the B, it's under our bar on the 1st string. Minor 7 chord. We come down to the 1st position, open D, A, C, and G. Open E, and then a big G chord. Okay, so that entire section, let me just play through that for you so you can hear what the rhythm sounds like.